Hello, this is Thomas Verlick, and I'm with Vic Strickhouse and his Big Idea Mastermind. And this video is introduction to my free webinar that is coming up this coming Monday. If you're interested in my free webinar, just register on the link below. And what it's all about, Big Idea Mastermind. Actually, this January in Austin, Texas, David Wood, who is one of the co-founders of Empowernetwork, was talking to Vic, and he said that he has never seen anything like it when he was referring to Big Idea Mastermind. And Big Idea Mastermind is opening soon, within a week or two. And you can get in as you need to register with under one of the founding members and of the Big Idea Mastermind. And yes, you have guessed it, I'm one of the founding members. And what it's all about is more about just making money from home, making money online. It's for people who tried maybe for months or for years to make a dime online and haven't made any profits yet, or even especially for those who actually never tried to make money online or work from home. This is the perfect, and I would really think, I don't want to use the hype because internet is full of it, but I truly believe this is a one-time opportunity to actually get into the Big Idea Mastermind. And if you want to know more about it, you just go and register to the free webinar. It's coming up on the link. Just click on the link below. Let me tell you a story. Sorry. Long time ago, I read a novel, or read a story by a famous Czech writer. I guess now you know where I'm from originally. I live in Canada now, but anyway, his name is Ludwig Vetzelig. He's still around, and he wrote a story that's called Komu patří svět, which I would translate as "To whom does the world belong? Who owns the world?" And he's writing about his experience. He went to the drugstore and he wanted to paint a fence, like a kind of a Tom Sawyer painting fence. And he had his own formula for paint that lasted for years. And a few years later, he went back to the same drugstore and he wanted to buy the same chemicals, and they were not there. So he asked the clerk at the store, why these chemicals are not here? I mean, you always carry them. And the guy told him, well, we cannot carry them anymore because people, some junkies were buying some of those chemicals, and they were sniffing them. They used them to get high. So the government banned us from selling those anymore. And then he said, then he lost his keys. The writer, he lost his keys, and he said, well, everybody who lost keys, he knows what the hassle it is to get them back, to make duplicates and whatnot. It's not that easy, especially your car keys these days. And why do we need the keys? Because of bad people. We cannot buy chemicals in the store because of junkies. We need keys because otherwise, some lowlife would get into our house and our car and taken over our possessions. So he said, we bend backwards because of junkies and bad people. So who really runs the world? It's the bad people and junkies. And when I was reading this novel, it really made sense to me. I said, yeah, this guy is right. But going through life, this is like 20 years later, I have to say, thinking about it, I think about it quite often, actually, and he was not right. Because if you come from the standpoint that the world is bad, then I think, sorry for the expression, I think then you are screwed. Einstein once said that the most fundamental decision in life you are gonna make is to decide whether you live in a friendly universe or a hostile universe. And if you decide that the world is hostile, you have to face the consequences. You live in a hostile world, and if you decide then you live in a friendly world, then also you will live with the consequences of a friendly world. So I would like to encourage you, before you even register to my webinar or even think of making any money online or any kind of lifestyle for yourself other than your job or staying at home, I really would encourage you to think positively about the world, because this is much easier if you do that. One more story and then I'll finish. A few years ago I decided to go jogging every morning. That's fine. I started in August, but when it was like 6 o'clock, not every morning, like 2-3 times a week I go jogging, before I go to work, 6 o'clock, and summertime is not a big deal, but then October or September comes and this trail becomes really dark, and one day, it wasn't, it wasn't sunny days, we get into the rainy season, and one day you just wake up, you go to the trail, and the entrance of the trail is like this big dark hole. I was like, I stopped, and I almost went back. And then I decided, well, the world is a friendly universe. So I kept going, and I made my regular jog in the trail that was now dark, really like black. And I was so scared. I was looking here and there, and I did bring my flashlight with me, so I was like flashing on every kind of a tree trunk I saw, and I saw bear behind every boulder, and but I made a conscious decision that this is a friendly world, and I made it. And now a few years later, I'm jogging like yesterday into the same trail, and it's January, so it's dark as ever. And I don't even bring my flashlight with me, I just don't even think about it. I focus on other things and focus on on all the fun that jogging brings. And so you tell me, was my decision right? That dark October morning when I decided it's friendly, and you have to make this decision for yourself. And I tell you, if you don't, then you just stay where you are. So I encourage you to actually put some thought in it. And with this idea, I wish you have a good day or good night, and register my webinar, and I'll give you all the details you need to know to actually make money online and change your life. Okay, see you later.